Hello, everybody. My name is Will Brooks, and I'm running for the office of president. As you all may be thinking, what makes you, Will, the best candidate? Well, I know that I have what it takes to lead the student council. First of all, I really love you guys. I love talking to you and getting to know you guys, and I believe that I can really relate to you. I play as a lacrosse player and a musician. Last year, you all elected me to have the Citizenship Award, meaning that you thought that I was a good leader and representation of our school. Thank you. It was truly an honor, and I can assure you that I will carry that same attitude with me if you choose to elect me. To the class of 2017, I ask you, what is a family? What makes a family different than someone you just pass on the street? My friends, a family is more than just living in the house with some people. A family is a group of people who understand each other. A family sticks up for each other, and a family stands up for each other when faced with trials. A family builds each other up, and most of all, a family cares for each other no matter what. I believe this class is more than just a random group of teenagers. I see potential in this class. I see a family. So I ask you, my friends, to join me. Vote for me if you want a voice. Vote for me if you want your ideas to go places. Instead of the class that was remembered as average, ordinary, or just good, may we strive to be remembered as the class that was great, the class that left a mark on this school, the class that will be remembered for its impact. I believe that this class will go places, that we, the students and teachers of GACS, will accomplish great things. The first step begins with you. Thank you, my fellow classmates, and remember, where there's a will, there's a way.
Hey, I'm Connor Castleberry. I've been at GACS for 10 years. I'm a member of the soccer team, and I'm running for class president this year. I feel like I'm very qualified to do this job as I've been in student council for 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. I want this position because I want to help make the grade and the entire high school have a better GACS experience, and I really just want to promote school spirit. One of the ideas that I have is that I want, in addition to football getting pep rallies, I also want all the other sports teams to get recognized in big games and for us to have pep rallies for them. Thank you, and vote Connor Castleberry.
Hello, my name is Trevor Anderson, rising sophomore, and I'm running for boys co-vice president of our grade. For those of you saying to yourself, why should I vote for you? I'm going to sum up my campaign in this brief multimedia video. You may also be asking yourself questions like, why are you qualified for the job? Well, I was in student council in 7th grade, and I have had experience being a vice president before. Last year, other members of NJHS elected me as vice president. Some of the events I partook in with that job included helping lead the canned food drive for Norcross Co-op and giving a speech at the induction ceremony. Also, every week, I have the privilege to be a part of and practice in the Emory Junior Chamber Orchestra. While I was there, I get to interact with people from different schools and backgrounds all across Atlanta and help lead different sections of the orchestra. Student council is very important to me because of the work and improvements they get done every year. Being a part of that group would be an honor. From organizing the dances and events to even making improvements in the lunchroom, you can see this group does get a lot done. At GAC, I have the opportunity to participate in sports, music, and even some of the finest academics in our state. All of us are very blessed, and I would like to contribute to this blessing that all of us have and make high school a great experience for us every year. I feel the best way I can be a part of this is actually through student council. So finally, I'd like to ask for your votes. I ask that you help me give back to the school as vice president of our sophomore class. I've already heard some of your great ideas and look forward to hopefully getting it done and helping make them realistic for next year. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mason English, and I'm running for our class's vice presidential spot in student council. Now this is not going to be one of those cliched speeches where I say, let me fight for you, or your will is my command, because I'm original, just like all of you are original. So let our originality and our original ideas come together for our own original type of success. Now let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am exactly 15 and a half years old. I like nachos and Chick-fil-A, and I think that Netflix is one of the best things that has happened to the internet in recent years. Now that I've told you what makes me normal, allow me to tell you what sets me apart. I am a good listener with a good memory, so if you tell me an idea, I will make sure it is heard and discussed during meetings. I am also a deep thinker that is good at multitasking. So I can carry on a conversation during lunch and simultaneously think, how can I make this lunch experience more enjoyable for our class? Finally, I put a lot of effort into the things I'm enthusiastic about, and I'm very enthusiastic about making this one of the best high school experiences for our class. If you want a vice presidential candidate who is going to take your ideas and make them work, I'm your candidate. If you want a vice presidential candidate who is going to put a lot of effort into making this a great experience for you, I'm your candidate. If you want a vice presidential candidate who's going to make sure things are just as good as last year or even better, I'm still your candidate. Either way, I'm your candidate all 3 times. Just these traits alone make me more than qualified to get elected. And what I do in student council will make me qualified to stay there. Now that I've told you why I'm qualified for student council, allow me to tell you why I want to be in student council. Student council is a great way to include everyone and incorporate everyone. And I want to make sure that we are one functioning body rather than several unconnected pieces that are not as strong as when they're together. And basically that means I want everyone to be included in the selection process of what we do. Also, however, the biggest reason why I want to be in student council is because I want to take your ideas and make them work and allow you to have a say in what happens during the next year. After all, this is your high school experience. You should have a say in how it plays out. And if you vote for me, I'll make sure it is an unforgettable experience. And remember, a vote for Mason is a vote for the nation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Cami Caldwell, and I'm running for the sophomore class co-vice president position. I'm currently a member of the GEC Student Council serving as freshman co-president, and I would again appreciate your vote in the upcoming election. I've thoroughly enjoyed being on the Student Council this year, and I've learned a great deal I can take into next year to make our experience here at GEC memorable and fun. If I were to choose 3 words to describe me, they would be number 1, dedicated. When I set my mind on a task, I intend to complete it. I work nonstop until I'm proud of what I've accomplished. Number 2, creative. I'm constantly thinking of ways we can improve our high school experience. I gain inspiration from my family, friends, and the entire GAC community. Number 3, experienced. I've attended leadership conferences to learn the skills required for leading positions such as GAC Student Council. Being on the Student Council this year has taught me many things, such as how to plan dances or raise money for charity. I've had the privilege to watch and learn from the juniors and seniors who taught me what it means to be a true leader. There are 3 important characteristics needed for Student Council. If you vote for me, I will not only show you the 3 traits above, but others such as focus, respect, and compassion. I would not be the person I am today if it weren't for GACS. I formed many great relationships with classmates, faculty, and staff, and I know GAC like the back of my hand. I'm very involved in my school, for example, working at summer camp this summer, playing volleyball, being on the student council, and going on the Guatemala mission trip where, yes, we all caught the dreaded Guat plague. I strongly believe that ever since I was on the 5th grade student council, God's called me to lead. I have always strived to be a model student, a leader as a student athlete, and a server of my community. In addition, I've attended national leadership conferences to better myself as a person. I understand that a student council member must possess leadership qualities and must lead by example, and I believe I can do just that. If you vote for me, I promise you that I will listen, give you my all, and represent each and every one of you to the best of my ability. I will be someone you can be open with, and someone with whom you can share your concerns and ideas. In closing, Dr. Fincher recently wrote regarding education in America. Schools cannot stand still, and neither can the great Christian learning at GAC. We plan to be part of the solution for the nation, and especially for GAC children and teachers. I want to be part of that solution. I'm confident that my experience and enthusiasm can and will make a difference. Thank you.
My name is Madison Dinsmore. You've probably never heard this, but a little known fact about me is that I'm a quadruplet. I'm running for the girl co-vice president for our class next year. I believe that our class of 2017 has potential to be something really great, and I really wanted to run for this position to contribute to the building of our stronger grade. If I'm elected, I really want to suggest the idea of doing more grade-wide activities so that we can all be closer together and be able to lead the school together when we are eventually upperclassmen. I'm going to be realistic here and just say that I can't promise to get rid of stage, but I can petition to improve the quality of lunch by suggesting getting ventilation fans to get rid of the smoke. Also, what would be really cool is that we could get some tables and chairs outside by the patio by the 8th grade playground where we could sit outside a couple times a week when the weather's really nice. On another note, I'm really creative and I'll be able to suggest some super cool dress-up days as well as be a strong asset in planning and decorating school events. I love this grade and I'm willing to listen to whatever you have to say to make sophomore year the best it can be. Don't be a bore and vote Dinsmore.